You will never become anything more than what you already are. You see, if there is anyone that promises that you will now become something special or extraordinary, then it is not true. You already are that. It's just that you're deeply identified sometimes as being a person which you never were. That's why for 3 years almost I've been asking the question. I've been also offering $1,000 to anyone who shows me a person. And nobody has claimed that award. Because it doesn't exist. There is no such thing as a person. So the person does not exist, and you can never become that which doesn't exist, obviously. Then the only thing left to do is to check what is here. What are you right now? Before any mental conclusion about it. Are you not aware of this entire appearance? If you are not aware, then who is aware? And what knows? This is the point where I lose many of you, so but I have to keep trying, you see. Yeah. What is that which knows the phenomenal appearance? I know the phenomenal appearance. And who knows that I know? I. So it is awareness which is aware of itself. I know that I know. I am aware that I am aware. That's why when I ask you the question, are you aware now? What happens? Before even you can say happens. It's naturally the seeing is there. Yes, I am aware. It is awareness itself that sees it is aware. And I can understand that when these words are spoken, it can seem like it's just completely ununderstandable for many. It just seems like the mind comes with a lot of resistance and it just seems so abstract and obscure. You see? Because we're used to a phenomenal sort of seeing. So many of you will enjoy much more when I say, can you stop being now? Because the sense of being is phenomenally perceived. It could be the root phenomena. It could be that there is nothing except the pure presence which is experienced. But at least you feel, okay, there was an experience of presence. You can say, can I stop being now? Brings us in direct view of our own presence. It seems much more tangible because it's our habit to go for phenomenal experiences. But when I say, are you aware now? It's even over before you can conceptualize the questions. And yet you know the answer is yes. How do you know the answer is yes? I am aware. This I that is aware is awareness itself. So if we can leave the off, I am aware of aside for some time. If you can leave the off aside for some time and just stay with the sense I am aware. What are we saying actually? What is the meaning of the word aware? Who taught you how to be aware? And can you not be? Can you change it to unaware? What happens? All of you will be able to just know. Of course, I'm aware, but. It's the but which is trouble. The sense of, but nothing happened. What it means? It only means that it is not a phenomenal experience. And I'm used to only phenomenal experiences. So when we say, I am aware, what are we saying actually? What does it mean to be aware? And is it subject to the world of duality where I can be aware or unaware? Can I switch states? The content can keep changing. It can also change from something to nothing, from waking to sleep. But who is aware of both? Of either? I am, before I am. Following the starting of no, wait. Are you with me and I am aware? This is important. So don't let your mind dilute it and say, okay, with this, you said this and you said that. Forget. I don't care what I said. This sense I am aware is pointing you directly to what you are. You don't need any other words. Huh? So if you stay with me in this, I am aware, then is it unclear or clear? Where are you in this? And this is for all of you. Don't let your mind come in and distract you with something else. All of you can say, I am aware. What does it mean? What is the meaning of aware? Is it a state that can be turned on and off? Can it come and go, this awareness? Let's look together at this. Don't worry about any conclusion which the mind is making. I only was not about the mind. Because it is clear. No, but here we have gone prior to being also. You say, am I aware? That which is aware of presence.
But it is not for the awareness.
So
Because you already accepted that awareness is prior to the being. Then how can the being know the awareness? Is only awareness can know itself.
And yet, because being is made up of awareness alone, it comes to the recognition of its source in this way. Because otherwise, what is the point of inquiry?
The being comes to the recognition
Of its source. Yeah.
But you also agree that only awareness can be aware of itself.
Awareness is aware of itself, and being recognizes that this is what is.
But is it also true that the being comes after the knowing?
Yes. It only comes after and within, but it is made up of the same knowing.
It's everything. There cannot be anything but it. So what I wanted to make.
So it is true that Maharaj prescribed the practice that stay with the presence, and with this staying with the presence, then ultimately you will realize that even the sense I am is not what you are. He said the only thing you can say is true is the sense I am. But ultimately, even that is not true. So I find no trouble in pointing you to that which is directly your very own source of being itself. You see, and you cannot deny the experience of that. You see, so even though you're reporting as being, you're speaking as being, you cannot say I'm not aware. Right?
Without awareness, there cannot be.
Exactly. So who's reporting this? Being is it. That's the point. So this recognition that awareness is aware of itself and I am that arises for who? Awareness is always aware of it. So this recognition arises for who? So only being is here, no? For any recognition, for any recognition.
How can the being recognize the awareness when awareness is prior to the being?
It recognizes that this is where I come from. Just like the river can see where I'm floating. That's why often I've said that the sense I am is a two-way gate. It has the power of belief, and you can attach to various things, but you can also use the sense I am to go within I amness itself and come and see the source of I am, which is the I itself.
So using this analogy that you gave, you can also say that.
I don't say like that. You see, the knowing is always knowing. Awareness is always aware. And this is always I. So although being is coming to the realization of its source, the I has always been I. Even the playing of I as I am, I has remained as I. The confusion and the delusion and all of that arises for the playing part of the I amness. But in the play, the I has never left the I.
Yes, but those confusions and those.
It's not true.
It's
not true that it can only be stripped off by being marinating in the presence I am, which is beautiful. I agree. I'm not doubting. But to see the source, I feel is the quickest job. All the sense that I am this, I am that. Once you see I am nothing, this has no quality, no attribute. You see, this is what I am. Then all of this, I feel this awareness being aware of itself and the recognition that awareness is aware of itself is the quickest sword to cut your head off. Not to stay with the sense I am. I have to say like that since you say so directly.
Clearly, I don't have this understanding that I.
You do whatever feels more comfortable for you between these two.
So I feel that I do not.
Because what are the options we are talking about? You see, the option is should I stay with God as the as being, or should I stay with the absolute from which even God comes? What options? What beautiful! And you want me to choose between that? I have already said that in my experience, I feel that directly you can see the absolute nothingness, which is the source of being, and yet that it is the I which always remains. And you say, okay, but no, but as being, then let me stay as being. Very beautiful, stay as God. The one that is saying what is quicker for me is neither. Already said, already said, already said that here there was not this sense that I would either have the attention span or the patience to just stay with the sense I am all the time. I don't even feel it was a requirement.
Maybe for you, that's not.
So if you want to realize the self now, then it needs no patience, no trust also. Are you aware now or no? That is the realization of the self now.
At this point, I was already made clear that for awareness, nothing more is needed to be known.
Who are you? Who are you that says, oh, for awareness like this, for beingness like this, for me like this? Who are you in all of this? How did you leave awareness and become even being? Tell me how you became being. So you don't fall for these tricks because if you have remained as awareness and it is your direct experience that this is true, then why are you trying to sort things out for being?
I don't feel that I have to remain in awareness because I know that without the knowing, there cannot be. There cannot
Exactly.
be. There cannot
Exactly.
be.
And who are you? Exactly. I agree with you that you cannot leave. I have been saying this every day. That you cannot leave awareness.
So for this, nothing more is needed to be known. Because what can we know more about that?
Exactly. Exactly my point. No?
So this process or this journey of self-realization must be for the being itself.
That's what you. That's what I've been saying.
No, but you are pointing your
Yes,
attention
but
again and again to the awareness.
yes, because to recognize the source of it of being clears it up for being very quickly. What is recognized? It is recognized that I am awareness. No?
And there is no.
There is.
This knowing.
And where are you in relation to the knowing? It's recognized that there is a knowing. Then where is there a I which is in relation to the knowing in some way? How far from you is knowing?
There is nothing outside of me.
How far from you is knowing?
How can it be?
How can it be far? Therefore, can you not be? Can you be something else? If there is no distance, no separation, then can I be something other than that? And this recognition is happening in the presence of being one. Yeah. This recognition is naturally there in their sleep state, no question about it. You see, so being is recognizing its source. Oh, this awareness, I am. Before am, I. Then what is left to do? How many years should we keep our attention on being? The bliss is coming from inside, but his mind is saying, no, no, don't come yet.
Master Maharshi and all the great masters.
Forget it. Please forget it. You stay with your direct experience. Forget even what I'm saying.
Yes, I keep staying with my direct experience throughout the day, even if I'm not in the
Now I'm saying. Where will you lose me in your direct experience now? Don't bring in the big guns and then we can have a Advaita debate about it. Exactly.
It's like, please try to understand. It's like,
Okay, I give you free pass. I will understand one point that you are making. Tell me, what is the point?
This point is, as long as there is a mind forever.
This was one point I gave you, right? So I've completely understood what you were saying. You were saying that your idea of freedom would be that there would be no more thoughts coming from the mind, the end of the mind. I have not met anyone like that. Here, definitely it is not there, so I can't show you how to get there. I doubt very much also that this was predominantly what Bhagwan was saying, because many quotes Bhagwan is
understanding of
Sahaj Samadhi is this, the allowing of all to come and go. Samadhi. You see? I doubt very much that even Eckhart Tolle said that the mind completely stops. I would like to see that quote. At least I cannot offer you that. So his point was that there must come a state where there is just no thought, because as long as there is thought, the potential for belief is there. I cannot promise you that. Because from here also thoughts arise. They are not believed. Don't believe your next time. You get confused by the simplicity of this instruction.
No, I try to follow these instructions throughout the day. Whenever I get
Just now. It's now. Always now.